This game could be like a tennis match, Grant, with the ball racing from one side of the court to the other.
Yeah, B.A., you can get whiplash watching these teams run up and down the floor. They like to get it and go without any hesitation.
So the Hornets starting five. Miller at the 3 with Bridges at the 4. Wall is out there with Colin Sexton.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Here's Ball. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
Oh, nice bucket. This guy's so mindful about the way he attacks.
Outside White. Tatum from long range. And again, Boston with the triple.
The ability for Jason Tatum to be ready on the catch. Those opportunities make the game a little bit easier.
Shot on the wing. And Pritchard pulls it down. Boston has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. The kick out to White for 3. Buries it from 3.
Derek White is a legit three-point threat. I don't care where on the floor he is. You better contest.
A playmaker who can also score in bunches. I'm talking about Derek White, Doris.
I'm so glad you are, B.A., because Derek White's big-time shot-making ability under duress of the shot clock. How many times does this guy get the ball with very little time on the clock, and he just stands calmly and delivers shot after shot?
Pass the ball. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. The 3 from Sexton. Oh, my goodness! He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. That one on White. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Boston.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Guys, back to you.
You love that confidence. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Tatum. 23 points his last outing. And that one's good. Tatum's got 5.
You like the way Tatum can sliver around to get his shot.
Bridges against Tatum. And the basket by Bridges.
Oh, neither of these teams can miss. At the same time, neither is playing a ton of defense either.
Outside Tatum. To the middle. Here's Garza. Shots blocked. And they recover it. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Boston out in front, leading by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
And here's Charlotte now, trailing by 4. This is how the floor looks for the Hornets starting the second. Bridges at the 4 with Plumlee at center. Knipple out there with Trey Mann. And it's James in at small forward. And that one off the back of the rim and in. James has got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
And here's Simons outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
I'll tell you this. It looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them. For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
It's Brown on the wing. He's got 5. 6 to shoot. Plumlee pulls down the board. Charlotte's got all 4 threes to drop from downtown in this game. Jaylen Brown, in addition to becoming a champion, notched a big award in 2024 doors.
It is undeniable that Jaylen Brown raised his level throughout the course of the playoffs in 2024. He was the MVP of the conference finals and the finals, and I thought set the tone almost nightly en route to that championship.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And Boston with some changes. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Garza. White comes in for Hauser. And Pritchard is subbed in for Simons. A minute 35 left in the first half. Tatum from long range. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Tatum's got 8 points.
What a weapon the 3 has become for Jason Tatum. Look out.
The 3 from Ball. A 3-ball from LaMelo.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Brown looking around. The kick to Tatum. Outside White. And again, Boston with the triple.
Love to see Derek White go right up with it off the catch. No doubt right there. Just get the jumper flowing.
The 3 from Ball. And Charlotte, another 3.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Three-pointer, Pritchard hits a three-pointer. Pritchard's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Good on the shot.
Boy, how fluid and confident is Brandon Miller shooting the basketball.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. White with a screen on Ball. Pritchard from outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
I like this trend. He's hit 2 triples this period, has 3 for the game.
Plumlee with it. Still no points. Sinks the tray.
Every team wants bigs who can knock it down from distance. Yes, sir.
Tatum from long range. Tatum! Money from deep. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by.
I love it. Instead of going ISO, you make a play for someone else.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Hornets out in front, leading by just 2. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
Taking a look here now at Boston. They've played okay, but unfortunately, that's not getting you into the playoffs. They were hoping to take the next step this year. That led to a lot of frustration for everybody. Their fans are hangry. They wanted to eat.
And now let's roll it back to that first half. How about LaMelo Ball so far?
I'll tell you, he doesn't miss many. He can be aggressive and play within himself at the same time. Heck of a first half.
Shaq-like percentages for sure. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Peyton Pritchard.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, BA, it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
White and Brown are the wingmen. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number one on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
The 3, Sexton. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 5 here tonight. And one of the standout skills for Colin Sexton, that little floater in the lane.
The floater is an invaluable tool for virtually every guard in the league because when you touch the paint, generally speaking, you have bigs rotating to you. But there are a lot of things to love about Colin Sexton. This guy is so intense defensively, a tremendous competitor, and he's really trying to grow that jump shooting aspect, which will be critical.
And here's Charlotte now, following the bucket by Boston. Ball finds Sexton. Shot is up. And here are the Hornets with another bucket.
Oh, he's hot coming out of the break. 3 up, 3 down.
Celtics trail by 3. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Wow, Colin Sexton displaying all his skills today.
Boy, he's really had their number. They need to make some kind of adjustment during this timeout.
Let's look back on this past month and see the teams who are lights out from three-point range. Number 1, the Hornets.
Well, a hot streak like this breeds confidence, a virtuous cycle. You see shots going down, you take that next one with extreme confidence. Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Sexton, that's good.
Boy, for the most part, when they have gone through him, he has delivered.
Outside White. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 3 assists in the game. Lets the 3 fly. Sexton misses.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Gentlemen, that is about excellent concentration from Derek White. You play through the foul. Now you get the old-fashioned three-point opportunity.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Garza's checked in for Queta. Hauser comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Simon has subbed in for Pritchard. Knipple's checked in for Charlotte. Now here's Miller. A reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. And Knipple gets a 3. Knipple's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yes, I know Knipple is a rookie, but he entered the league with a reputation from deep.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. White, the pass to Hauser. Drains the triple. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Since the break, it feels like an entirely new game.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
That one goes. Count it. Simon's got his first basket of the night.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Hornets, the perimeter tandem, Sexton and Miller. Then it's Ball, then it's Miles Bridges. Sexton fires! Wasting no time. They answer with a 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's the pass to Brown. Jason Tatum. Oh, Tatum with the long distance answer.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. So Charlotte ends up going with a new group. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
And right now, neither side can get a stop. Looks like both coaches will have plenty of material for the film room.
Here's Brown. Launches it from deep. No. Now here's Plumlee. With the shot. 20 feet away and no problem. Neither team able to take a hold of this game.
Yeah, it's been a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very competitive.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Here's Tatum. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Pass from downtown.
A huge shot. His three-point shooting has been outstanding tonight.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. He'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
Oh, what confidence to take this kind of shot. On the road, late-game scenario. What a sequence.
White outside. The three. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Derek White, high-pressure situation, no problem.
Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Knocks down the trifecta.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Takes a step back. Tatum. It's Tatum working inside.
Jason Tatum under duress of the shot clock. Big moment, no problem.
And he sinks the jumper.
A monster shot for the young Trey Man. Okay, we see you, young sir.
Here's the pass to Brown. Oh, Brown just throws it down.
Yeah, if you're going to be a franchise guy, you've got to want the ball in these clutch moments. Jaylen Brown doing work.
Oh, he dropped in a sweet J.
Now put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight. Oh, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
So for the Hornets, It's a one-point game. Miller. The three is in.
Wow, the young serve, Brandon Miller in a big moment. I got you, folks.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Ooh, a clutch bucket. A defensive stop now could be all it takes to clinch the win.
Here's Sexton. Now Miller shoots a three. The triple drops.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as
The previous play is over the review.
For a review of the last-second buzzer beater. Boy, this game hangs in the balance of this review now.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And no, the basket will not count. This game is over.
Oh, my. Talk about a heartbreaking loss. He just nailed the amazing buzzer beater, and then it's taken away.
So it's a narrow victory for the Celtics, pulling it out for the W. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian.